What about last night?
Yes, yeah. Well, I had a very long day yesterday because I was at Spurs for the early game against Manchester United, and then obviously then you had the game. I got back to watch Arsenal take on Sunderland, and then the later one with Chelsea. So it was a hell of a long day.
It was indeed, and it took a little bit of a turn in terms of the title race because Arsenal dropped points for the first time since September. Here's how it all sounded for you here on talkSPORT yesterday.
The crossing towards the back post. It's De Ligt, and he has stolen a point. He's got up highest, and he's headed the ball beyond Vicario, and it's 2-2.
And it should be game over here. Everton 2, Fulham 0. It's a corner that comes in from the Everton right-hand side. It is met at the near post by Michael Keane.
And it should be all over now because it's West Ham United 3, Burnley 1. Nuno Espirito Santo punches the air in celebration. West Ham 3, Burnley 2 now.
It's Sunderland 2, Arsenal 2. Equaliser coming from one of the new Sunderland signings over the summertime, Brian Brobby.
Chelsea turning it over and getting it forward towards Garnacho, who's going to beat Sandy Bueno for pace. He's got a square ball for Neto, who rubs salt into the Wolves' wounds. Neto scoring against his old club. 3-0 to Chelsea.
Yeah, Spurs and Manchester United managed a 2-2 draw yesterday, as did Sunderland Arsenal last night. Here on talkSPORT, 8 o'clock, we had the Chelsea-Wolves game, which ended up Chelsea 3, Wolves 0. Everton also got a win over Fulham. West Ham beat Burnley 3-2. And coming up for you today, you've got Villa Bournemouth, Brentford Newcastle, Crystal Palace Brighton, Forest Leeds at 2 o'clock, and then the 4:30 game this afternoon, Manchester City take on Liverpool. Cass, shall we start with the 2-2s?
Yes.
Because you were at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium yesterday.
Yeah, I was, yeah. And poor first half, especially by Spurs. I thought Spurs never got anything going. It's quite interesting because Jamie Carragher on Monday night did a great analysis of the Chelsea game that Spurs had played and how Spurs were not really getting the ball into dangerous areas. And yesterday there was a good example. I mean, Mouani, I felt sorry for him, Carlo Mouani for Spurs, because was so not at the races, and the amount of times the ball get fed into him and he just played the ball straight back. He never looked to turn and try and find a winger, twist and try and give centre-halves problems, running the channels. I mean, he's played for, obviously at PSG, he's been at Juventus, Eintracht Frankfurt, and he's come to Tottenham.
Yeah.
And he looks so out of his depth that it's a problem. It's a problem for Spurs that, having a guy come in that, Richarlison, I know he's got his goals. He's got his goal yesterday. I thought he was poor, Richarlison. And it just falling to the ground so often. Tottenham were seriously not good in the first half. Manchester United, I felt, had the game. And Brian Mbeumo he was terrific. He's such a good signing for Manchester United. He's left Brentford and playing exactly the same level for Manchester United. Now, Matheus Cunha isn't. Matheus Cunha, there's been an exaggeration of how well he's done at Manchester United. He hasn't done that well. He's done okay, and yes, he adds, and if he can get back to what he was like at Wolves. But if you look at his goals for, one in the games he's played.
But he looks good. He looks like he's doing all the right things. Like it might come to be a very good signing.
I'm still not sure if he'll ever reach the level of Wolves.
Oh.
Because he carries the ball from the halfway line to the 18-yard box and does it well and brings the team up the pitch. But I think there's, he was a lot more than that for Wolves. And he had a goal in one in 2 games for Wolves. And also Manchester United has suffered because they've had to sort of change the dynamics of Fernandes. So it's come at a little bit of a price for Manchester United. But they were the better team first half. Second half there was changes. And I've got to say it was probably the fair result by the end.
Yeah, and you know what? The last 10 minutes of the game were very, very entertaining. It was all going off. And to be fair, the first kind of 80 minutes, it felt like that cup final back in May. It was just a bit of a...
Well, the atmosphere was dead at Tottenham.
Yeah, it was so dead.
Half-time, and literally, people weren't getting back into their seats at Spurs or Tottenham Stadium. 52 minutes, and you're seeing all these empty seats fill out. There was really no... And it got going, because the atmosphere can be great there. I've been there a good few times now, and I come away thinking if you can get it going, it really can be loud and great atmosphere to play in. But yesterday, the game changed with substitutions. Obviously, once Manchester United went to 10 men because of the injury to Sesko, who, again, a bit like Muani, he looks like he's so out of sorts. He really does. And I think he's got a bad injury. I think we're going to find out he's going to be out for a while, because I watched him after, the pass from Fernandes. He didn't get it out of his feet, and he looks like he gets his legs stuck.
I think it looks like it could be a major knee.
Yeah. From injury. The first moment I saw it, I said, he's done a bad injury there.
Oh dear.
So hopefully I'm wrong and he's okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of the reports this morning, even in the back pages, Sam's going to be here for a look at them a little bit later on, are suggesting that it looks like he could have caused a bit of an issue here for his knee. As for Manchester United, that means 5 games unbeaten for Ruben Amorim. And I actually was fairly, obviously happy for De Ligt getting the equaliser yesterday to take a point in that game. It just feels like steady progress, because Spurs with a win yesterday could have gone up to second for a brief period.
Yeah,
I think that's good, great progress for.
Yeah,
character, by the way.
There's still a lot of stuff to be done at Manchester United,
of course, and
that's with players like Ungati, who came on, who got bypassed so easily by Odegaard in midfield for their goal. They do lack the legs in some positions. I thought Ahmed done really well. I thought Brian Mbeumo was really good. De Ligt obviously led by example and gets the equaliser. There was things that were good, and you're right, being on that role of not being beaten, but there's still issues and some major ones that they have to deal with as a club.
Absolutely. Arsenal had a little slip yesterday.
Is it a slip?
I don't think it is a slip.
No, I don't.
This is what we do. We sensationalise the idea that Arsenal drop points, like that's it. It's all over for them.
Well, let's strip it apart, okay? Let's go right from Sunderland's season so far. They've had 2 defeats in the Premier League.
They've been brilliant.
Gone to Chelsea, got a result.
Yep.
And deservedly so, got something out of the Chelsea game at Stamford Bridge. You're playing the team that were in second. You've got a point, and Sunderland on the day were superb.
They were so good. They deserved that.
They score 2 goals against Arsenal, and Dan Ballard, as a defender, was excellent, but the whole team, Sunderland's energy is extraordinary.
How did they cause such chaos?
Because they got unbelievable muscular energy in their team, and that's come down to recruitment. They fight for everything in every position. They don't let you breathe, Sunderland. And I think it surprised Arsenal. And don't get me wrong, I didn't think Arsenal did too much wrong, because a couple of great goals. Saka's goal was a great effort. And then obviously Trossard's, which was a top quality goal. And Arsenal were in a bit of trouble. They got themselves out of it. But Sunderland kept going. And Brian Brobby's equaliser, what an effort that is as well.
Yeah.
So I thought, again, it was a fair result, and full credit to Sunderland, because that's not 2 points lost. That's a point gained for me, because you're playing a team that is at the top end of the table. They are not Sunderland, who were promoted.
Okay.
Right? Yes, they were promoted, but they're not that team. They're a far better team than that.
Yeah.